For our next session, I would like to invite Aditee Rele, Director, ISV Sales and Partnerships at Microsoft. She's a business leader with experience in leading transformative engagements with large enterprises, strategic partnerships with ISVs, and technical strategy for customers and partners to build healthy cloud businesses. She has led technical evangelism to build niche skills in students, developers, and women in tech, multi-geography experience across the US, Australia, UK, and India, digital influencer and technical speaker for cloud and digital technologies. Recently, she has been conferred with the prestigious title of CRN Women of the Channel Award by CRN Company for strategic vision, thought leadership, and channel advocacy that promotes growth and innovation. She's also been honored with the coveted Founders Club and Platinum Club Circle of Excellence Award, a recognition from Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates for outstanding contribution in Microsoft. Let's hear an outside view over here on the intelligent automation. Please welcome on stage Aditee Rele.
So first of all, thank you Botminds team for inviting me here. I heard Gokul and Ansari talk, and what a fantastic coverage of why we're doing what we're doing with Botminds. And in my opinion, today's discussion around automation and AI couldn't have been more timely. We're already, while India has been a stable economy, we know what is happening with the global scene, and the economic headwinds are starting to affect us as well. So these are tough times, and in these tough times, there is an urgent need to pull together all of the innovation that we've done over the past years to literally figure out how to do more with less. And I think that is what Gokul and Ansari articulated really well. What I wanted to do is probably take the discussion to the next level to say why is it important and what are we seeing in our enterprises and how should we think about this whole concept of doing more with less. We know there are pressures on resources today. We know we want to be able to optimize resources and yet be able to produce the outputs that the businesses require. We know there are reduced demands and therefore reduced revenue. At the same time, we need to sort of uphold this economy to make sure that technology is really the driver behind it. So literally, the need to infuse technology in every business process, in every business function, in every business application has never really been so urgent. So this is a fantastic depiction of and I think it's from one of the top four analyst firms. It's a fantastic depiction of how we see data. In a typical enterprise, over 80% of data is unknown to us or rather unstructured. And the reason I say unknown is because what we are used to as business people is looking at data in SAP, in other ERPs, in other CRMs. To some extent, we're also looking at data in data warehouses, in application databases. What we forget to realize is a significant amount of data, like Ansari said, a significant amount of data that is lying in unstructured format, such as Word documents, Excel documents, PDFs, images, and so on and so forth, where harnessing the data is extremely difficult. Of the 80% of the data that is unstructured today, and we're talking 2022, uh, innovation technologies at the peak of everything, only 3% of the data has been harnessed. So that is opportunity, that is huge opportunity for ourselves as technology providers. And I mean ourselves, it's Botminds, it's all of the partners and Microsoft together. But it's also opportunity for our customers to figure out if that data is going to help them develop better business insights. So how do we make sense of all of this data? We've got, if you take an example in healthcare, even when you go to and this is just coming out of a experience last week, you go to a doctor today, a physician today, his notes are still handwritten. So if you're building out intelligence to figure out how should a patient's journey look like, what should be predictive analytics on that patient to say what the patient is going to suffering from, how do you make sense of that? In an insurance industry, when your car is hit on the road, somebody will come with a paper or an app really these days and put data onto the app, but the recording of the incident still happens on video, and that is not harnessed. If you look at, I don't know, take manufacturing as an industry, the quality assurance still happens on the shop floor on paper. How does that get translated into systems that can then do predictive maintenance algorithms on those systems? So, if you look at it widely, every industry, every business process, we have abundance of unstructured content. I was trying to build out an analogy for this discussion. So, say a typical company processes say 5,000 or 3,000 invoices a month. Each invoice takes about 5 minutes to process, human ways. And the invoices are different, because they're coming in from different vendors, different vendor systems. So they're not the same format. So that's 250 hours. The objective is to figure out how to repurpose this 250 hours into something more intelligent that the worker can do, and use process automation to fix this problem that we're talking about. Then there are other problems to worry about. For example, in India and in many developing geographies, there are continuously changing compliance requirements. For example, a new GST law comes in, all of your invoices would need to have that. There would be need to put in, I don't know, the company's GSTN number. We didn't have that a couple of years ago. We had to bring it into the invoices. So when these things change, how do you make sure that you're compliant at all times? Right? If you're building this custom, you would have to imagine like a million companies in the country, everybody doing custom software. Everybody is going to have to go make that change happen. Now, we've that's one of the problems, regulatory compliance. The other problem I like to think about is something that Ismail was Ansari was referring to earlier. Today we are building a lot of systems that give us the ability to do uh, prescriptive analytics or and predictive analytics on the data that was. So you bring in data, you've understood it, you've described it, you've diagnosed it. Now you want to figure out what happens with that data, what happens, and what actions you should take going forward. But think about it, that data does not include any unstructured data. So that's just 20% of your enterprise. If are you truly able to make business decisions to drive your growth but with just 20% of your data which is structured? What if you had the ability to bring in the remaining 80%, of which only 3% is in today, and make the same to analyze that data and then build business insights? That'd be huge, right? That'd be like a true reflection of what data as a new currency really looks like. uh, the third problem I feel is the ability to search. The ability to search this unstructured content, whether it is images, videos, or even documents, significantly problematic. Or and many of these are simply unsearchable. I mean, you would not be able to really find the data that you're looking for if you just look at plain videos and images today. So with today's technology, and therefore I think with intelligent automation and AI coming in, we can significantly change this entire outlook towards unstructured data. We can reduce time to market, increase efficiencies, reduce cost, and really importantly, future proof our growth. So over the years, we've seen significant changes to technology. Gokul talked in the beginning. He talked about all the technologies we've been through: the OCR, the ICR, the RPA, and etc. But I think the intelligent document, and it's still an evolving technology. I don't think we're at a stage where we're absolutely clear about how this will process further. There is a lot of research work happening about creating, if you will, a document ML, which will be a standardized way in which documents are exchanged across businesses and all of that. But given the lack of that today, with intelligent document processing, we want to combine all of these technologies, say a robotic process automation, say an optical character recognition, say an intelligent character recognition, bring in deep learning and AI capabilities, and then build out this whole format for understanding documents and processing them further. Why is this important? Like I mentioned, document formats change all the time, right? And they will change because every vendor, every company will have their own structure. It is not expected that there is a universal language for document management today. I would say document management, that's an incorrect word, but document processing today, right? So if you have to create sort of an intelligent automation, then you need a deep learning algorithm, a deep AI algorithm that understands the document template, learns from the changes that you're doing with it, and of course it goes through the training modules just like any other ML would do, and then processes the document for you. In my mind, what Ansari described is literally a three-step process. You ingest data from a variety of sources using connectors, both structured and unstructured. Then you enrich that data with the AI capabilities that you built in. You cleanse that data, you polish it, you find patterns in it, you deepen your understanding of what each of those data elements are starting to make sense. You train yourselves again, and then you start exploring that data with bots, with search engines, with, I don't know, Power BI visualizations, and so on and so on. But today's challenge is a little different. Not every organization may have the right skills to build out these AI solutions that we're talking about. And not every organization should even invest in those skills per se. That's where the power of our partner ecosystem comes together. So, Botminds and Microsoft, we work together to help our customers resolve these issues, leveraging Azure and its AI capabilities. I also believe that the ecosystem around it. So, implementation partners, many of you are on the call today, implementation partners such as yourselves can really take this to the next level by reducing your own involvement of resources, optimizing cost at your end, and yet delivering what the customer wants in a good time to market and to the customer. If you're able to build this out, build this sort of integration with Botminds and Microsoft as a platform. Our objective is very simple. We want to increase the speed of processing. We want to make all of this unstructured data available to harness business insights. Our CEO Satya said this beautifully a couple of weeks ago. He said, in an inflationary economy, technology is the only deflationary force. And that's exactly what we are trying to do here with Botminds and with all of you as our partners to take this to our customers. So, with that, I'll stop and pass it on to the next speaker.